Your person has been searching for you with an intensity that borders on desperation. Everywhere they turn, every place they visit, every moment of silence they encounter, you are there. Not physically, but energetically. Your essence has woven itself into the very fabric of their existence, creating an inescapable presence that follows them like a shadow cast by the moon. No matter how hard they try to move forward or distract themselves, they cannot seem to escape the gravitational pull of your energy. It lingers in the air they breathe, in the spaces between their thoughts, in the quiet moments when they're alone with nothing but their memories. Every familiar scent carries a trace of you. The perfume that once made their heart skip a beat, the aroma of coffee brewed just the way you liked it, the smell of rain on pavement that reminds them of walks you took together. Every song that plays, whether by chance on the radio or in a crowded store, seems to hold lyrics that speak directly to what they're feeling about you. Every moment of stillness becomes a mirror reflecting your image back to them. This constant awareness of your presence, even in your absence, has become both their greatest comfort and their deepest torment. They find solace in these reminders because it means you were real, that what you shared mattered. Yet simultaneously, each reminder cuts through them like a blade, highlighting the emptiness that now exists where you once stood. The guilt has begun to consume them from the inside out. It started as a whisper, a small voice in the back of their mind questioning their choices. But now it has grown into a roar that drowns out everything else. They are beginning to realize, truly realize, the magnitude of what they've done. The weight of their actions presses down on their chest like a physical force. They can see now, with painful clarity, how much pain they caused you. They understand the opportunities they carelessly let slip through their fingers, the moments they should have treasured but instead took for granted. They chose to ignore what was right in front of them, something precious and rare, because they were too blind, too proud, or too afraid to acknowledge its true value. In their desperate attempt to suppress these overwhelming emotions and escape the suffocating guilt, they've been projecting their inner turmoil onto others. The karmic connections in their life have become unfortunate casualties of their internal war. They lash out, pick fights over nothing, create drama where none exists, all as a way to externalize the chaos they feel within. These relationships have become nothing more than outlets, pressure valves for the frustration and pain they cannot process. But none of these connections bring them even a fraction of the peace they felt with you. None of these people can fill the void you left behind. They try, desperately, to find in others what they had with you, but it's like trying to quench their thirst by drinking sand. The people around them, these karmic connections, can feel the imbalance too. They sense that your person's heart is not fully present, that there's a part of them that remains locked away, unavailable. They know, whether consciously or subconsciously, that they're being compared to someone else, to you. And they can never measure up, not because they're inadequate, but because what your person felt with you was unique, irreplaceable. Every argument they have with these other people, every misunderstanding, every fleeting moment of what they mistake for happiness only serves to reinforce one undeniable truth. They are profoundly unhappy because they are not with you. Nothing else seems to matter. No distraction is powerful enough. No substitute will do. Now, something has shifted within them. The pull to return to you has become urgent, almost desperate. This is no longer just about missing you or feeling nostalgic about what you once shared. This has evolved into something much deeper. They are beginning to understand your worth on a soul level, in a way they never did before. Before, they saw you through the lens of their ego, their fears, their limited understanding. But now, stripped of those illusions through the pain of your absence. They see you for who you truly are. They see the light you brought into their life, the love you offered so freely, the patience you showed even when they didn't deserve it. They want to offer you more this time. Not the half-hearted attention they gave before, not the inconsistent effort that left you questioning your worth. They want to give you something real, something stable and lasting. They're thinking about making things official, about committing to a future together in a way they were too scared to do before. Marriage, partnership, a shared life, these are no longer abstract concepts they can push away. They've become possibilities they crave with every fiber of their being. There's a fear driving this urgency too. They can feel you slipping away, sense you moving ahead with your life, building something new without them. They can feel your faith in this connection slowly dissolving, like sand running through an hourglass. This realization has shaken them to their very core. The idea of you finding happiness without them, of you being truly free from the bond that once tied you together, is more than they can bear. It's unbearable to imagine you laughing with someone else, creating memories with another person, giving your love to someone who might actually appreciate it from the start. The thought haunts them during the day and keeps them awake at night. Meanwhile, your journey has taken a completely different path. You have entered a phase of quiet transformation, a period of profound internal growth. You've chosen solitude, but not as a form of punishment or loneliness. Rather, you've embraced it as a sanctuary for healing and rediscovery. This time alone has become sacred to you. You're spending your days learning new things that interest you, nurturing your creativity in ways you may have neglected before, exploring the parts of yourself that were once dimmed by pain and disappointment. You've come to realize a fundamental truth that many people spend their entire lives trying to understand. Peace and fulfillment do not come from another person. They cannot be given to you by a romantic partner, no matter how perfect they might seem. These essential qualities must come from within. They are cultivated through self-awareness, through healing old wounds, through learning to love yourself fully and completely. Your solitude has become empowering rather than isolating. It has become a sacred space where you can finally hear your intuition clearly, without the noise of someone else's needs and expectations drowning out your inner voice. You're rebuilding your confidence brick by brick. You're remembering who you were before this connection, before the pain, before you lost yourself trying to be what someone else needed. And in the process, you're discovering who you're meant to become. This version of you is stronger, wiser, more aligned with your authentic self. You're no longer willing to compromise your peace for temporary comfort. You're no longer willing to accept love that comes with conditions and limitations. Your person knows, deep in their bones, that they hurt you deeply. The memories of their actions haunt them relentlessly. Whether it was neglect, making you feel invisible and unimportant, or betrayal, breaking the trust you had placed in them so vulnerably, or emotional inconsistency, being hot and cold, present and then distant without explanation, these memories linger in their mind like ghosts they cannot exorcise. They can't escape the truth that they broke something precious, something rare and beautiful that most people search their whole lives to find. As the silence between you grows longer and deeper, it's eating them alive. Every day that passes without hearing your voice, without seeing your smile, without feeling your presence feels like an eternity. They're realizing that life without you feels empty and meaningless. The activities they once enjoyed feel hollow now. The achievements they once celebrated feel worthless without you there to share them. Everything has lost its color, its vitality, its purpose. perhaps through the invisible thread of telepathy that still connects you both, through the energetic bond that cannot be severed by physical distance, you've sent them a message of strength. Whether consciously or unconsciously, your energy has communicated something powerful. Feed your own ego. I'll be busy and happy in my own little world. These unspoken words have struck them like a revelation, like a lightning bolt of truth. They're beginning to see that while they were caught up in pride and control, while they were playing games and keeping you at arm's length, you were quietly reclaiming your power. You were growing. You were evolving. You were becoming more yourself than you've ever been. Your person underestimated you in ways they're only now beginning to understand. They may have seen your kindness as weakness, interpreting your gentle nature as something they could take advantage of. They saw your patience as complacency, assuming you would wait forever without demanding more. They viewed your loyalty as something they could take for granted, a given rather than a gift. They thought you would always be there, waiting in the wings, forgiving their mistakes, understanding their shortcomings, accepting whatever scraps of attention they chose to throw your way. But now they know they were catastrophically wrong. You've outgrown the version of yourself that tolerated half-hearted love and inconsistent effort. You've shed that skin like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. You no longer crave their attention in the desperate way you once did. Now, what you crave is peace, and that shift in your energy has changed everything. It has altered the entire dynamic between you. They feel it. Even across the distance, even through the silence, they can sense that fundamental shift. They can feel that you are no longer chasing them energetically, no longer reaching out across the void hoping they'll finally see you, finally choose you. That realization terrifies them more than anything else. Because as long as you were chasing, they had the comfort of knowing you wanted them. But now, in your stillness, in your self-sufficiency, they face the very real possibility that they've lost you forever. Regret has become their constant companion, a weight they carry every moment of every day. They replay the moments they ignored your messages, seeing now the hope in your words that they carelessly dismissed. They remember the times they dismissed your feelings, told you that you were being too sensitive or asking for too much. They recall choosing others over you, people who meant nothing compared to what you meant, and they cannot fathom how they could have been so blind. They recognize now how foolish it was to misread you, to believe they understood your heart while barely scratching the surface. They thought they knew you, but they only knew the parts of you that you showed them, the parts you felt safe revealing. They never took the time to truly explore the depths of who you are, to understand the complexity of your soul, to appreciate the gift of your love. Now they see that you were their mirror, reflecting back to them the parts of themselves they needed to see. You were their guide, whether you knew it or not, showing them what real love looks like, what genuine connection feels like. And perhaps, just perhaps, you were their divine counterpart, the person who came into their life to awaken something profound within them, to trigger a spiritual evolution they desperately needed. You, on the other hand, have accepted a truth that sets you free. You understand now that sometimes love must fall apart before it can rebuild itself on stronger foundations. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is let go, release your grip, and allow the universe to work its magic. You are learning to detach with grace, not out of coldness or indifference, but out of wisdom and self-respect. You're learning to release resentment, to forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You're learning to trust in divine timing, to believe that what is meant for you will find its way to you, and what is not meant for you will fall away, no matter how hard you try to hold on. This chapter of your life is not about waiting for someone to come back to you, to finally choose you, to finally see your worth. It's about becoming the fullest expression of yourself. It's about stepping into your power, owning your story, and creating a life that feels aligned with your soul's purpose. You're stepping into a new version of yourself, a version that is stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your deepest truth. You're no longer defined by who loves you or who doesn't. You're defined by how you love yourself. But the story between you and your person isn't over yet. Far from it. The universe is orchestrating a powerful transformation behind the scenes, working in ways that neither of you can fully comprehend from your limited human perspective. From all these toxic endings and painful realizations, from all the tears shed and hearts broken, a new beginning is preparing to unfold. It's as though the energy of this connection needed to be purified, to burn away the illusions, the ego, and the fear that once held you both back. This period of separation has not been a punishment, though it may have felt like one. It has been a lesson, a necessary preparation for what's to come. Both of you needed this time apart to grow individually, to heal your wounds, to release old patterns that would have sabotaged any attempt at a healthy relationship. A reunion is on the horizon, but this time it will be different. This time, it won't be about chasing or running, about games and ego. It will be about meeting as equals with open hearts and healed souls. Both of you are being guided toward a higher purpose, one that transcends the romantic and touches the spiritual. This connection isn't just about love in the conventional sense. It's about growth, healing, and fulfilling a shared soul mission. The universe is aligning the pieces, creating the right circumstances for you both to come together in divine union. When that moment arrives, it will not be rushed or forced. It will feel natural, inevitable, as if everything that happened, all the pain, all the silence, all the longing, was simply leading you here, to this moment of reunion and rebirth. You'll both look back and see that the separation was necessary for transformation. That every tear shed and every moment of doubt served a greater purpose. You'll understand that you had to lose each other to truly find each other. A new life is emerging for both of you, born from endings that once felt impossible to endure. This is not just a reconciliation, a simple coming back together. This is a rebirth, a completely new beginning built on a foundation of truth, healing, and authentic love. The connection you share goes deeper than either of you may fully comprehend. Your partner feels a deep sense of comfort and belonging in your presence that they've never experienced before. Being near you feels like coming home after a long and exhausting journey. It's as if they have finally found a safe haven, a space where their soul can rest, heal, and expand without fear of judgment or rejection. This connection between you two is extraordinary, far from ordinary. It represents a powerful awakening, one that stirs the dormant Kundalini energy within your partner. This energy, often described as a spiritual force that lies coiled at the base of the spine like a sleeping serpent, begins to rise through the chakras as love, trust, and emotional intimacy grow between you. The bond you share is acting as a catalyst for this awakening, triggering profound spiritual transformations within both of you, but especially within your partner who feels the intensity of your energy deep in their being, resonating through every cell of their body. As your connection strengthens and deepens, a remarkable telepathic link continues to develop between you. You may find yourselves thinking of each other at precisely the same moment, reaching for your phone to text each other simultaneously. You sense one another's emotions even when you're apart, feeling their sadness or joy wash over you unexpectedly. You have dreams that reflect your shared energy, meeting in the astral realm even as your physical bodies lie in separate beds, perhaps miles apart. This heightened form of communication transcends words and logic. It's as if your souls are conversing in a language only the two of you understand, a language older than words, more primal than speech. Through this spiritual bond, your partner feels seen and understood in ways they never have before. It's a kind of connection that dissolves distance, time, and doubt, leaving only pure understanding and emotional resonance. They are drawn to you not just physically, though the physical attraction is undeniably powerful, and not just emotionally, though the emotional bond runs deep. They are drawn to you energetically and spiritually. Your energy has a purity to it that they find mesmerizing. It's a calm, cleansing presence that heals and inspires everyone it touches. It feels untainted by cynicism or jadedness, genuine in a world of facades, and deeply nurturing in a way that makes them feel safe to be vulnerable. That is exactly what captivates your partners so completely. They are fascinated by the way your energy seems to balance theirs perfectly, like yin and yang, like two halves of a whole. Your energy grounds them when they feel scattered and overwhelmed, bringing them back to center. It lifts them when they feel low and hopeless, reminding them of the light that exists even in darkness. They can't get enough of it. Even when they try to resist or suppress these feelings, telling themselves they should move on or focus on someone more convenient, something stronger keeps pulling them back toward you like a magnet. They find themselves willing to go against all odds just to be near you. No matter what obstacles appear in their path, whether distance, fear, or the opinions of others who don't understand what you share, your partner doesn't seem to care anymore. The pull toward you is magnetic and undeniable, something beyond their control. They are learning to surrender to it rather than fight against it, understanding that some forces are too powerful to resist. As they spend more time with you, whether in person or in their memories and dreams, they begin to realize that love is not about possession or control. True love is about connection, trust, and emotional vulnerability. This realization is reshaping their understanding of intimacy and partnership in fundamental ways. Your energy invites them to soften, to let down the walls they've spent years building. It invites them to open up in ways they never thought possible, ways that once terrified them. They feel safe enough with you to let their guard down completely, to reveal their true emotions without fear of judgment or rejection, and to show the tender parts of themselves that they've kept hidden for so long, even from themselves. You are helping them rediscover their emotional depth, teaching them through your example that strength and sensitivity can coexist beautifully. They don't have to choose between being strong and being soft. With you, they can be both.